who I have known for over a year. It's not like we're close, but I've known her over a year. And we were talking about someone we know in common who really is in a space of pretty extreme chaos and trauma, and kind of is difficult to talk to and difficult to communicate with.
Yeah.
And I told this person, look, I was in her exact position like a couple of years ago.
Mm.
Yes, so the details of our experience are different, yet the stacking of trauma and the reactivity and the difficulty communicating is extremely familiar to me.
Mm.
And this person who I was talking to looked at me and she's like, I never would have guessed ever that you were in that state that this other woman is in. And I'm like, I completely was in that
Wow.
state just a handful of years ago. And so that felt like a big, for somebody that I have had some consistent interaction with over a year, and now she's able to look at me and go, you what? Like, because she was calling this other person kind of a lunatic and maybe impossible to communicate with, maybe not even worth her time or effort. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, there's I understand there can come a point where somebody has so much chaos and so much trauma that it's difficult to engage with them at any level, but can we try? Because there is hope. I've been it.
Mm.
Give her a chance.
Oh.
So I was celebrating, like, you didn't know I was totally fucked up. You didn't know.
Oh my God. I've had that. I'm like, well, if you could see, okay, if you could just see where, that's awesome though. I mean, and also it sounds like very like empathetic and being like, hey, I was there and what did you need in that moment? You
Yeah.
needed somebody who is like, even though it's really hard, like I resonate with that, even though it's really hard to be around me sometimes, it's like those are the
Mhm.
moments when I need somebody. And I can try my hardest with communication styles. And most people don't have that. They weren't taught that. Okay. Maybe some parts I got lucky and I stumbled upon stuff and you worked your ass off. I worked my
Yeah.
ass off, which we're still doing it.
It's a practicing.
Yeah. If that feels so, I would like a deep part of my heart just went there and it's like, oh, knowing what it's like to suffer like that. Oh,
The recognition of the progress and that there's possibility of recovery, and
yes.
for someone to not even know that I was in such a like kind of impossible place.
Yeah.
um and yeah, of course it comes back to, God, there's so many people out there who just, yeah. And I mean, even
Mhm.
Sophia, when I was working with her at one point as a coach, she was like, I didn't want you around. You came to some of my events and I was like, shit, she's coming, because I was so erratic and dramatic, and
There was so much going on.
there's so much going on, you know?
Yeah.
So
Oh.